I can assure you at no point in this story will you know where things are going, because I thought I was in it for a ride. Tiffany, my sister-in-law, who is well-versed in the Chinaverse, I feel like she has a room in her home that's just like a map, you know, those red string maps of the Chinaverse. And then every time she comes over, she goes, sit down, my little Korean lady, let me tell you what's been going on.
On the other side of the world.
Yes.
So much more is going on.
Yeah. And then every time we start yapping, my husband just walks away. He's like, I can't do this right now. Okay, because we get into these rabbit holes and we just end up screaming the whole time for like 5 minutes straight. And this is one that we have been screaming about together for the past... Oh, this has been going on for a minute. I just didn't know the full lore, but I remember bits and pieces. She'd be like, did you know? And then I'd be like, no. You know, Wang Sutong, our good old best friend, he's going to make a major comeback in this episode.
Quick recap.
Okay, Wang Sutong is the son of one of the richest men in China. They own Wanda Group, which used to own AMC theaters. Remember where we used to go watch our movies? They no longer own it, but they used to. He's also just known for being like the most insane Nepo baby that I've ever come across. You think American Nepo babies are crazy? This man is crazy. He gets bedazzled Hermes Apple Watches for his dog.
But most famously, he's known as Wang Distis.
Wang Distis. He likes to diss celebrities. He's also the nation's husband because he's single. I don't know how old this man is. He perpetually looks like 45 to me. And I always find out he's like in his 30s. So I'm Stephanie Distis. Thank you. Welcome to my episode. And he likes to date a bunch of Chinese influencers. They are beautiful. They're stunning. And then the minute that he breaks up with them, which is in approximately 8 months, he allegedly, it's rumored that he gives them $1 million breakup fee. I can't even say it. What's that Chinese saying that's like, I'm too poor to imagine? Yeah, I can't even utter the words. $1 million breakup fee.
For wasting their youth.
It's crazy. But there's a lot more lore. Some of it is actually dark, but like he himself is a lighter person, okay? At least that we know of, he has not committed any crimes, at least that we know of. So that's why he's on this channel. But this all starts with a TV show called Youth with You Too. It is one of the most, see, the transliteration to that, I don't know what that meant, but it is one of the most popular idol shows in China. It was released in 2020 and get this, Lisa from Blackpink was a guest on there. She was a judge on there. So she's sitting at the judges table amongst a bunch of other celebrities, none that I personally love as deep as I love Lisa from Blackpink, but that's a really high bar to set. And she is now judging all of the contestants. Not judging, she's like helping train them. She's trying to uplift them so that they can maybe one day become idols. And there is this one contestant on there that went viral many years ago. Because
years ago? Like before the show or after the show?
After the show airs, she goes viral. As the show is premiering, it's just the weirdest thing. Like you have people that go viral on the show because they're just so extremely talented, or they have these emotionally gripping moments. Like Lisa from Blackpink was crying with one of the contestants because she saw herself in the contestant when she was training, when she was a trainee, and she was like, I was so desperate to become an idol. And I see that in you, like the hunger, the pain, everything that you're going through. And she was like sobbing and I was sobbing. Everybody just had wet faces. It was a lot. And then some people go viral because they do this. Her name is Ming Ming. Ming Ming decides for the group performance, she's going to be in a group of 3 girls and they're going to do a whole performance. They're going to go up on stage in front of Lisa from Blackpink. They're going to sing and they're going to dance and they're going to be rated on their stage performance and everything. So she is the middle of the performance. I don't know what it is. Something about her outfit. It seems like she's the idol and the other 2 are like backup dancers. Except the whole time I'm just waiting for her to sing and she doesn't have any lines. She doesn't sing until the middle section. She's wearing a silver dress. Her hair is tied up. She looks directly into the camera lens and she says the 2 words. I'm not even going to say it right now in the way she says it. I'm just going to give you the 2 words. Let's dance. How do you think she's saying it?
Let's dance.
Wait, what? Okay, so like imagine a powerful song. It's not like a cute song.
Oh.
It's a powerful song and she says, let's dance.
Let's dance.
See, that's what I was thinking, okay? She better bellow out a let's dance like it's a dance break, bitch. right? She goes, let's dance? Question mark? It's like the weakest 2 words I've ever heard in my entire life. Let's dance. And then what's even crazier is she goes, let's dance. And then she turns around and does not dance. She proceeds to not dance while her 2 fellow girl group members are just like fucking pumping their chests. They're giving it their all. You can basically hear them heavy breathing into the microphone like I am right now. Even though I have done nothing, I have not performed. But they're just heavy breathing. They're bumping into her. She's just standing there with her back turned to the stage. You only see her back and she's got her hip popped out. And I just know she's like, I'm eating right now. And she's not eating. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Like, is this part of the performance or was she frozen? Like, what's going on?
I think it was part of the performance. Because eventually she turns back around and she now starts dancing with her girl mates. But she's like 2-3 moves behind everyone because I guess when she was jumping in the middle, she couldn't catch up. And it was so insane that netizens start commenting, this girl in the glittery dress is probably going to get a fucking F because that was the most insane shit that I've ever seen in my entire life. All of the judges, there are points where Lisa is just staring at them. She doesn't look upset. She doesn't look annoyed. She doesn't look like, what the fuck is this? She's just looking with a blank expression. And that is crazy to me. Imagine you get to meet Lisa and she's looking at you with a blank expression. It's neither positive nor negative. It's just blank. I feel like that would break my soul. And so then they turn around. The judges are looking at them and they're like, okay, this was the craziest shit ever. One of them is asking, why didn't you put more power to the words, let's dance? What the hell was, let's dance? And then you just turn around and give us nothing? What was that? So then the other judge is trying to save her. His name is Johnny J. Do you know Johnny J?
Oh yeah, Johnny J he's a rapper.
Yeah, okay, so he's on there and he's training all the rappers of like the girl groups, and she has her thing listed as a rapper because if you guys don't know, idol groups, they have like visuals, dancers, vocals, rappers, and her thing was like, oh, I'm a rapper. So he is looking at her sheet and is like, okay, so you identified as a rapper or you were placed in the category, what is this? Is that why you were not singing and like dancing much in this performance and like giving us nothing? Because you're a rapper and there's no rap in here. And she's like, no, I picked it myself because I think rap is a really good way to express one's attitude and soul. Okay, do you mind giving us a little rap? And she's like, absolutely, of course I can. And like the way she's getting prepared before she starts rapping, I am expecting some Kendrick Lamar shit to go down on stage right now. It's like she's getting in tune. She's finding her safe space inside of her soul.
You know what, honey?
What?
You need to talk about
What? Rap of China!
Okay, so the infamous Chris Wu season, first season of that was like a trip.
Yeah, that was a trip.
The famous, you got freestyle?
有 freestyle 吗？你有 freestyle 吗？
Yeah, you got freestyle, and then everything that happened in his timeline after that, like from that to jail was a trip. Everything about that show is a fucking trip.
Oh, that was so good. I was glued to it.
Yeah, and then there was like rap wars happening between.
Yeah. It's so bizarre and so addicting. Anyways,
yes.
Anyways, freestyle.
Yes. Okay. So then she's getting ready. She's channeling her inner rap of China, and I can just feel she's about to let her demons out. And you would just think that the fierce expression that she holds on her face, she's about to be the next top rapper. She gets the mic. She says, "You don't know about me. I don't know about you.
You don't know about me. I don't know about you.
You don't know about me.
你不知道我，
I don't know about you.
我不知道你。
But one day,
有一天
if you understand my weirdness,"
Okay.
he said, I can't even translate that. But one day, if you understand my weirdness, you'll be as cute as me.
Skirt.
That's crazy. No, but the crazy thing is, all of her rapping is literally just focused on the last 2 lines. So it's like, I'm not someone who likes to tolerate things. Good food always makes you fat. Yeah.
Whoa.
But I'm not arrogant at all. I see all of your gaze, but I pretend not to see it. I hear everyone say, tone deaf, dance noob, idiot. Okay, valid.
Wait, this is her rap?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I never used to show off. I just want to tell those who support me, you're really important to me.
Is it awkward?
Yeah, I think I want to die.
So the Chinese saying is, if a situation is awkward,
Yes.
and you as a person do not act like it's awkward,
Yeah.
then the awkwardness is only left for the other party.
Yes, that's what she did. She saved it for all of us.
Yeah.
For everyone in the audience, all the judges, and for me, okay? Because as she's watching it, she thinks she's spitting bars. She really does. She's sitting there so confident, and she's like, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And the whole time, they keep panning. The producers know what they're doing. They're panning from her to all the judges. Lisa, blank expression. I felt like she had to channel her blank expression for this one, okay? She's so kind, she can't be rude, even though I feel like I would have been rude in that moment. All the other judges, some of them are just looking at her. The other one is like blinking rapidly, as if blinking will just have her evaporate from her eyesight. Just like, if I blink enough times, she will disappear. If I blink, this will all be gone. Other contestants that are her friends were in the background, and they were holding up little place cards that have her face on it. They're like, yeah, Ming Ming. And one of them is holding it up, and progressively, as she's rapping, it comes down and further down and then further down, and the friend just looks disgusted. Like, that was just the worst thing that they had ever seen in their entire lives. Eventually, it's quiet when she's done. And she says, you know, it was a lot for me, but anytime I start rapping, these words, they just kind of come to me naturally. It's like a feeling I can't explain. Everyone is like, no, this right here is a feeling that we can't explain. What the fuck was that? Even Johnny J, the rap teacher, said, you know, okay, this is what the comments said. He said, if it wasn't that my wife had just given birth and I got a new mouth to feed, I wouldn't have even been on this season. Like, I didn't even want to be here. That's the expression he has right now. The way he's looking at her is like, I can't even give you criticism, because there's no coming back from this. There's no way to improve this in a way that would even mean anything. Like, this is bad. This goes viral, and everyone on Douyin is asking in the comments. Douyin is Chinese TikTok. What did I do for this to show up on my FYP? What did I do to deserve this? Other people said, I'm saving this, and if I do something wrong, I'm gonna punish myself with this video. Another person said, halfway through, I lost the courage to listen to the rest because the amount of secondhand embarrassment is that extreme. It's that hard. So, that's how she leaves the show. That's pretty much all she does in the show. She goes out there, she says, let's dance, and then says a few lines of rap, and that's it. That's it. She gets off and she makes her life as a live streamer. She's like, I'm going to be an influencer now. And ironically, interestingly enough, she actually does better as an influencer.
Yeah, those type of rap usually.
So
I would subscribe. Yeah, I would donate a rocket or something.
You would donate a rocket? Yeah. You're like, okay, if this will keep you from ever releasing music, I will donate. Let us all fund your life as an influencer so that you never drop a song, because that would just be really bad. And she does well. She has like the girl next door look. That's what everybody says she looks like.
So you're telling me,
Yeah.
this girl and our boy wants to tone?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This is where you're going to see the connection, okay?
Wow.
So she starts live streaming, and she sometimes gets donations, but not a lot, because, I mean, it was never like astronomical amounts of donations. I'm not clear why. Maybe they just felt like, unless she's rapping, I don't want to give her money. So nobody's donating until one day she starts getting all of these donations back to back. She gets a carnival, another carnival. Each carnival is $400.
Oh.
She's getting one carnival, two carnivals, three carnivals. In a matter of seconds, someone is dropping thousands of dollars in a matter of seconds. And that user, this anonymous user who's dropping all of these carnivals, suddenly asks in the chat, how much do I need to donate to get your WeChat?
What?
And he donates 8+ carnivals, okay? That's like $4,000. So she, I'm not gonna lie, in a moment like this, most people would be interested on who the fork is that? How do they have so much money to donate? Just drop like $4,000 and then ask for how much more do you need to get a WeChat username?
Dang.
So of course, she gives him her WeChat. They start talking. Okay, she knows who he is. He's clearly a very rich man. And he's like, let's meet up at the mall. And she's like, are you from my dreams? This is crazy. She shows up at the mall and she's thinking, okay, I've been shopping with guys before. You know, we're going to walk into the store where he's going to act really interested. He's going to say, how much is that? And then they're going to say, oh, it's $200,000. And he's going to say, not bad, not bad. Huh? And it's like, clearly it's bad, right? So like, why are you saying it's not bad? We don't have to say it's not bad. We can both agree we're not going to buy this item. But they walk into Chanel and every single Chanel sales associate starts bowing 90 degrees to this man. And it's like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Wait, you're saying they went to
Chanel
and then everyone's bowing at them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's like, okay, this is the real deal. Even though she knows this is the real deal, but still, it's crazy to experience this. They get taken to a VIP room and she chooses one of the bags that the sales associates bring out. And did you know Chanel has bags that are like $60,000? I didn't know this, but they got them limited edition stuff that look like bird cages and shit. And I'm like, why would you buy that? That's actually insane. Okay. It's like a bird cage. You're supposed to carry it around. And because it's a bird cage, if you put anything in there, it probably falls out. But it's supposed to be a purse, right? So it's $69,000 for this limited edition bag. And then he looks at it and he looks at the price tag and he says
69,000 USD?
Yes.
Wow, that number must be astronomical in RMB then.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he looks at the price tag and he says, not bad. So she's like, okay, we're going to walk out of Chanel. Maybe we'll go somewhere else. But he says, okay, box it up. She's walking out with a $70,000 bag.
Dang, their first date?
First date.
Wow.
I mean, he gets straight to the point. He knows what he's doing. She never makes their relationship public. They go on like a few dates. It's unclear how serious they are. This is just like a blip in the universe. Nobody even knows this is happening. They just remember, hey, remember Ming Ming from the TV show that Lisa from Blackpink was on? Oh yeah, basically, she had this guy donate like $4,000 in the matter of seconds. That's it. End of story. That's what the public knows. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, after that, sometime after that, she just disappears off the face of the earth for like a year. Just gone. Nobody again really thinks that much of it. Nobody's even whispering, ooh, what if she went and married the donator? Like nobody's thinking that. They're just like, oh, maybe she got a job. Maybe the influencing wasn't influencing hard enough. Or maybe she's like preparing for a new TV show role. We don't know. But then she comes back all of a sudden and she's sitting in front of a camera and you just know this video is going to go viral because like you can't disappear for a year without even telling anyone why you're taking a break and then come back, sit down in front of a camera with just like a serious face. Oh, shit's about to go down. Hi, everyone. It's Ming Ming. I can't believe it's already been a year since my last upload. I just want to take a moment to apologize to all of you and share what I've been doing during all this time. So everyone in the comments, this is like live. People are like, maybe she started a brand and now she's like announcing her new clothing line or like a new business or something, right? I gave birth. I had a baby all on my own. I found out that I was pregnant and I had already split up from my partner. And when I went to the hospital, the doctors told me that my physique, my body, it would be very hard for me to conceive. So after thorough consideration, I decided to just keep the baby and have this baby and be a single mom on my own. And I'm announcing this to you guys because I want to be responsible to my followers. And I just hope that you guys can understand, especially in this generation. And I think having a baby is just really something that is very happy for me. I also believe that the environment that I can raise her in is going to be full of love and she's going to grow up to be really, really healthy. So yeah, I'm going to be a single mom. This is my future, my daughter and us. And if you guys want to join us and see how we grow together in the future, you're more than welcome. And everyone in the comments starts flipping. Okay, I will say there still is a stigma of single moms everywhere globally, but also especially in East Asia. So there's a lot of nasty comments that I don't even think deserve our time, okay, that we're commenting on that. But then a lot of people were also commenting on like, this is so weird. Everything about this is weird. Like the way that she's announcing it just feels like she wants us to know more. She wants us to ask more. Maybe we're being skeptical, but people are saying, what kind of doctor says that? What kind of doctor looks at you and goes, you're never going to be able to give birth unless right now? It's like kind of weird. Some doctors were commenting like, unless this is maybe her OBGYN that knows that she was dealing with fertility issues, but it's not like she said that either. It just feels really bizarre. Like the verbiage, the way she brought it up was weird. It's not like, oh, I've been dealing with infertility and I finally was able to get pregnant. Even though the dad is not in my life anymore, I still want to have this baby. It was just kind of odd. It was just odd. Other people said, wait, who is this boyfriend that she split up with? Is he going to be co-parenting? Is he somewhat in the baby's life? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? So then from then on, Ming Ming just starts posting videos of her kid. She goes from cute little influencer to full like family channel, just like me and my baby. TikToks of me and my baby. That's all she's posting. All. So now people are looking at this, I don't know, 3-week-old baby and they're like, who does she look like? Who does she look like? Does she look like another influencer? Did she get pregnant? Listen, I'm
like
not condoning.
A 3-week-old baby?
Yeah, I'm not condoning this behavior. I think every single 3-week-old baby looks like an alien. I'm sorry. I have nieces that I absolutely adore and love, and I would maybe give up my life for them. I'm still on the fence, but I would probably give up my life for them. However, when I scroll back to when they were 3 weeks old, I'm like, oh, I dropped my phone in fear. It's like a horror movie. I don't know who these people are. They look crazy. So they're looking at the 3-week-old baby and they're thinking,
okay, male influencer, let's look for an influencer that looks like this.
And they're putting side by sides. They're trying to figure out who is Ming Ming's baby daddy. And then she kind of feeds into this curiosity. I'm sure you guys know where this is going. She feeds into this curiosity. People start commenting, hey, do you think that your baby was like karma? Like, I don't know why anyone would ask that. Okay, I do know why. She did have some school bullying allegations. Okay, I'm going to get into that whole section. But some teachers have come out in support of her, apparently, saying that she was actually never a school bully when I was her teacher. So it's very up in the air. It's not like school allegations where there's plenty of proof. I think it was like one essay on like a random forum.
Written essay.
Yeah, one written essay talking about like, oh, she was doing this, but then they didn't provide much proof. And then there's text messages that seem like it was a set. Anyway, I'm not saying she's not. I'm not saying she is, right? It's just, it's kind of like, there's not hard evidence as of right now. So netizens all have very mixed feelings about it. But people are asking her, do you think this baby is karma? Like for what you did in the past? So it must be someone who doesn't like her and who believes that she is a school bully. Again, not saying she is or not, but for what you've done to people in the past. And she says, it was my decision to give birth. If you guys knew who the father is, you might think I'm living a great life. So now people are like, okay, what? Who's the dad? And now the comments go crazier. And then she drops another video. And this is why I'm telling you, it feels like she wants us to know who the daddy is. Like, it feels like it. She says, I saw a lot of comments asking if a child not having a father is something that I'm proud of. And I also wish that the child's father could be involved. But when I got pregnant, he kept asking me to terminate. And we split up. And I couldn't keep my man, but I could keep my daughter. But I just want you to know that my daughter has really good genes, like really good people genes. So people are like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? So now they're going down deeper into a rabbit hole. This goes on for like a year. She's just posting nonstop videos with her daughter named Shanshan and refuses to tell us who the baby daddy is. But then she'll like comment on people's comments about like, who's the baby daddy, and leave these random little nuggets of information. Ooh, like good genes. Ooh, if you knew the husband, you would think that I'm living the best life ever. Stuff like that.
So for a year, there's no rumors?
There's rumors, right?
Like multiple people?
Yeah. So, there's a few different people. And one of the names that comes up often is Wang Sitong, our good buddy Wang Sitong. And it's because she did give the audience 3 clues. Now, this is where people were it wasn't 100% Wang Sitong at this point, because she said good looking, rich, and someone with good genes. Those three, right? Now, people said,
And
okay.
which one?
So then, people said it's Wang Soo-tong. But then the other half of netizens said,
That doesn't look right.
yeah, they said, good looking? Wang Soo-tong? That's crazy. Like, you must be blinded by the money at this point because Wang Soo-tong is,
Wang Soo-tong is Wang Soo-tong.
Wang
Yeah.
Soo-tong is Wang Soo-tong. Yeah, exactly. And then later, she said that his name might be related to a food.
Uh-huh. What does that mean?
Wang Soo-tong.
Uh-huh.
Green onions?
Wait, what?
Wang Soo-tong? Green onions? 4 green onions? 4 green onions? No? Does it not translate to 4 green onions? Wait, tell me. Is it 4 green onions or not 4 green onions? Tell me. Wait, you have to tell me.
Yes.
Wait, which part is 4 and which part is green onion?
You know what 4 is, right?
1, 2, 3, 4. Soo-tong!
Wang Soo-tong. Tong. Onion is tong. Wang. So, yeah, I guess
Wait, what does Wang mean? Does it mean big?
Wang means king.
Oh, you're gonna fucking die!
Wang, what? Onion king? King onion? King for onions? What?
Wait, no wonder. No wonder. She's got like profile pictures for her baby, and it's like a green onion with a crown.
Oh my gosh. Onions with a crown?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Okay, so all of her comments.
Like 4 onions?
Yes.
Oh my god.
No, you're not even ready for
That's
the
so
green
good.
onion dance. There's about to be a 4 green onion dance. And Wang Soo-tong's ex-girlfriends are about to dance.
Oh my god.
You're not fucking ready, okay? So people start commenting, is it Wang Soo-tong? Is it Wang Soo-tong? This is circulating for like months and almost a year to the point where there's a viral photo of Wang Soo-tong that starts circulating of him holding a little baby. And it's like, oh wow, he's such a great dad. We don't know if this is Shan Shan. It doesn't look like Shan Shan. It could be like his niece or nephew. It could be someone random, but people are like, aw, he's such a great father behind the scenes. But meanwhile, the other half of netizens are like, no, he's not. He's in Japan with his girlfriend. Like, he's out on all these vacations with these influencer girlfriends. That's not Ming Ming. And if you're saying that Ming Ming has his child, this is fucking crazy. Until one day, June of 2024, she decides that she's gonna get drunk and post a series of pictures and videos on Douyin. And the caption is in English, WSC. Okay, Wang Soo-tong. Those are his initials. And then in Chinese, it's like, I really hate you. I really am disappointed in you. I hope there are less irresponsible men out there similar to WSC. She's like going in on this. And so now people are like, oh my God, it is Wang Soo-tong. But still in the comments, they are in denial. Netizens are said, no, it cannot be. Because remember, she said that they're rich, good genes, and good looking. There's no way.
You only check out one.
Yeah. Okay, so people are in denial and they're like, this can't be happening. But they're like, this is for real. So a lot of netizens think this is kind of strange because she's not exactly the normal look that Wang Soo-tong goes for. He goes for like super influencers. She kind of looks more like a girl next door. It's not like the exact vibe that he normally goes for. So a lot of people are having discourse about that. And then some people are having discourse about like, are we sure that she's not just drunk and saying shit out of her ass or like is making up lies? Here's all we know. All we know is that she had an anonymous donor and that she has a baby. That's it. We don't know anything else.
And this whole time, Wang Soo-tong hasn't said anything.
No, he's in Japan
For
with
like
his
a
girlfriend.
whole year.
Yes.
Okay. See? That's weird because he's famously sticking his nose in everybody's business. Like
saying
instantly.
everything.
Everything
Yeah.
on the news.
Like things that don't concern him,
Yeah.
he's on there Weiboing about it. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, he's got them Twitter fingers and he'll just go off every 2 seconds and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. So he hasn't said anything. He's just in Japan with his girlfriend. And then finally, June 12th, 2024, just like 4 days after her drunk text and post, she goes onto a live stream and Ming Ming kills the rumor. She says, I've decided to make things clear for everyone. The child 100% belongs to Wang Sitong, no doubt. I also did not run away with the ball. Okay, this is like a Chinese saying where a pregnant woman runs away with the baby. Run away with the ball. Which I'm like, how do you have a saying for that? Does that happen frequently? Like, what's happening right now? Okay. It's also like a crazy saying. It's a crazy phase. But she's like, I did not run away with the ball. I have all of the relevant evidence and I will take full responsibility for everything that I say. So she's saying that she told him that she was pregnant with his child and he asked her to terminate the pregnancy. She has no intention of gaining money from the Wang family, from becoming the next Nepo baby, is what she says, or anything like that. In fact, for the past year, she hasn't been making it a big deal. She says that every night she works like a dog, okay? She says, you don't know how hard it is to be an influencer. You don't know how hard. Try being an influencer for a day. She said, I sell colored contacts and I gotta switch out the colored contacts every day. Just pumping it in, pumping it out, pumping it in. I try on like 100 pairs of colored contacts on live stream, okay? And it's really bad for my eye health and I'm just which, like, I agree. I think that's probably not the best for your eye health, but also, like, not the hardest job. Okay. I could name, like, I don't know, 500 million jobs that are a lot harder. And she says, a lot of people assume that I dream of becoming a wealthy wife, but the truth is, I know better than everyone that there was just never going to be a future with Wang Sitong. So in this lifetime, I can only have one child. And that is why I decided to bring her into this world. I don't aspire to be a rich housewife. And from the beginning, I haven't even taken a single penny from him. Every cent that I have spent on my baby has been through my own hard work. You know, every day I put on, I take off. I put on, I take off. Colored contacts. Sorry. No, I know it's actually like... I'm sure it's hard. I'm sure it's hard. Why is it so ridiculous though? It's like kind of goofy.
It's like a weird example to give.
And it's also like, I don't know, it's not relatable. It's like, it's like very bizarre. She says, I haven't been trying to ride on his fame or anything. I've been keeping this a secret and I am working hard. This is why I live stream so often every single week. And I just want to thank everyone who supports me, especially in the colored contacts community. You know, I've gotten to know so many of you in the colored contacts community.
Sorry, that's a weird statement.
I know.
We're not laughing at her struggle.
No, it's just so random.
It's a very interesting community.
Yes. And I've been able to financially sustain myself as a single mother. And for that, I am truly, truly grateful. And as for the school bullying incident, with the school bullying, I think there are a lot of accusations that have been levied against Mingming that I think are really specific in nature. Like the instances of bullying that the online posts were talking about, they're exact scenarios. So it's not just like, oh, she was a school bully. They're very descriptive of these moments and these actions that she would take, like bullying people who had intellectual disabilities, things of that nature. So these are really extreme. And the only problem is that a lot of netizens don't exactly know where to stand with this because the only piece of proof that the victim has come forward with is a yearbook photo, which personally, maybe that's enough, right? But then it gets messier because a new text message thread was released between two parties. And it's one of them that was supplying the yearbook photo to the person writing the post. And the text messages are like, is this photo enough for what we're going to do? Ha 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 ha. Like, amazing. Yes. Ha 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 ha. So then you have people who defend Mingming saying, wait, if they were actually talking about serious bullying allegations, is this something to laugh about? It sounds like people who are plotting something, like the nature of the text messages. But then others are saying, who cares about the nature of the text messages when this is the severity of the allegations? But then other people who are defending Mingming are saying, if that is what she truly did, someone must have reported it, so there must be school records, because the level of accusations against her were pretty extreme, like very extreme stuff. Like saying that she was posting these inappropriate pictures of other girls on QQ. And so people are saying, like, where's the evidence of that too? Because I'm sure maybe you could pull that. So there's a lot of back and forth. And I think right now, especially with how things are developing in a lot of honestly, I want to say everywhere, but in places like China and Korea, it's like netizens are hopefully becoming a little bit more sensitive. So I see a lot of netizens, like Tiffany was translating for me, they're saying, we don't want to accuse her of being a bully if she wasn't, and then lead her to do something extreme because the internet is like dogging on her to the point where she can't handle it. But at the same time, you don't want to deny a victim who's already been traumatized and then uplift a school bully and lead that person to do something extreme. So it just seems like there's no way to go right now. So a lot of netizens just feel like I can't make any movements because I feel like something bad could happen if we move one way or the other.
I see.
So it's just been very tricky. Yeah. And then also is the discourse of like, if this happened, how do you provide proof for something like this? And then it's led to the discourse of like school bullying just being a very invasive problem. So that's just been kind of going on. She has addressed the allegations and she's been saying like, please come forward if you have evidence because I was never. Okay. And then she's saying that she's getting attacked because she was not a proper kid. So a couple of pictures have come out where when she was in high school, there's a picture of her and a guy has his arms wrapped around her and his hand is like grabbing her boob, which is a pretty, I guess, sexual picture. I mean, it is pretty crazy, but it's even crazier because it's in East Asia. I mean, she's fully clothed, but it's like they're high schoolers. It's kind of inappropriate for sure, but then also even more inappropriate when you consider like the East Asian culture. And then there's other comments that came forward back in the day where she would say things like, where are you, bitch? Come over, to her friend. And then the friend would be like, yeah, I'm coming over. And she would respond, yeah, I'm up in your private parts. Like very crass, vulgar comments. So she's saying, you guys are coming at me and all you could find are like me being a troublemaker in high school. And like you're using that to bolster this theory that I was a school bully. But then other people are saying, I mean, she keeps saying, bring the evidence, but how can you bring evidence from middle school? Like what evidence? Usually bullies try not to leave evidence. That's the whole point. So it's very back and forth. But I think the bigger discourse, unfortunately, around Mingming, though, is who is her baby daddy. Like people kind of jumped over the school bullying thing. They were like, whatever, let's move on, which is crazy. So now they're still talking about the baby. And back to the baby. A lot of people have problems with the way that Mingming is talking about the baby. Initially, she's talking about, I want to be a single mom. I want to raise this baby by myself. And then suddenly she gets drunk and she keeps posting about like, Wang Sitong, take responsibility. Wang Sitong, you are the most irresponsible person in the world. And everyone's commenting like, it seems like she's trying to get something out of this. And I remember Tiffany was telling me about this situation before the next series of events unfold.
This is like a year ago, right?
Yes. So she's like going and talking about Wang Sitong's not taking responsibility. She's posting picture and video about this kid nonstop, which people had problems about too. Like, stop posting your baby. Like, now it feels like you're not even trying to sell colored contacts. Your whole page is dedicated to like, my baby daddy is a Nepo baby. My baby daddy won't listen to me. So hello, baby daddy, please come back to me. It was just excessive. Also, other netizens have pointed out the baby doesn't look like Wang Sitong. The baby looks like Wang Sitong's dad. So I mean,
what?
Yeah. Not that they're accusing her of sleeping with Wang Sitong's dad, but they're like, I mean, it's definitely Wang Sitong's baby because if you put a side by side of the little baby and Wang Sitong's dad, they look identical, which I'm not going to do because she's a minor, but they do look similar. They have very similar facial features. So all of this is spiraling into a bigger and bigger story, and then it all implodes when Mingming posts a text message conversation between her and Wang Sitong. It seems like this is Wang Sitong. He does not deny that this conversation did not take place, but she texts him, what do you mean? Hurry up and transfer the money. I'm about to go to work. Wang Sitong, billionaire, son of a billionaire family, Nepo baby, responds, didn't I already tell you I don't have any money?
Okay, I remember this.
Okay, then she responds, I need money for baby formula. Okay, fine. If you don't want to give it to me, that's fine. But don't let me catch you living the good life online.
Oh.
That's what she texts Wang Soo-tong. He responds, are you threatening me? She says, life is too hard. Eat the rich.
That's crazy. No, that is wild.
Yeah, and then he responds.
Like she straight up went to the rich and say, eat the rich.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Honestly insane, okay?
Oh my
so
God.
then he responds, just hold on, okay? If I can make it through the next year, if you can hold on for the next year, I'll have money to give you. And everyone, she posts this online. Everyone in the comments is going insane because they're like, wait, this feels like the conversation that normal people have with their baby daddy who doesn't want to give them money. This doesn't sound like a conversation that you have with one of the richest families in the nation.
Yeah, like she's asking for money for
Baby formula.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he's like, didn't I already tell you I don't have money? And then he's like, just hold on for a year. Soon we're gonna have money. It's like the most insane thing in the world. And it's crazy because Ming Ming is the one that released this. So now people are questioning, wait a fucking minute. You said you don't want a single penny from Wang Soo-tong. You want to be a single mom because this is your chance to be a mother and you want to raise this kid in a loving environment and that's why you work hard. And now everybody is commenting, it's not that she didn't want to dig, she just couldn't dug anything. Yeah, they said it's not that she didn't want to dig for gold. It's that she was digging and she couldn't come up with anything. She didn't dig hard enough, okay? They're saying she came up with no fish, but it's not that she didn't go fishing. She did go fishing, just came up with no fish. These are very poetic lines, you know? Yeah, so then this text message goes viral. People are commenting, netizens are commenting. The chat records looks like two people with only a monthly salary of 5,000 yuan, which is like $1,000. They're like, this does not
$800.
$800. This does not feel like a Nepo baby son. Like, what the fuck is going on? Another comment is like, see, when a man doesn't love you, even Wang Soo-tong says he has no money. They're like, man don't love you, there's no money. And they're saying this is just crazy. How he goes from saying, hey, you might have my baby, but I don't have money. And then do you remember our very first video on Wang Soo-tong? He was obsessed with this influencer.
Yes.
And he said, IV drip of love for
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
And he was just such a simp. And now he's like, I have no money. This doesn't even make sense. But people are commenting. I mean, this absolutely confirms because once this text goes viral, people are commenting with Wang Soo-tong's personality, the fact that he's not out here telling and yelling at the skies that this is not true means that it's true. He's the type that you whisper something into the air, he's gonna address it. And you're like, okay, what the fuck? What was that about? That was crazy. And then on Father's Day, his name goes trending on all social media platforms. Because they're like, I hope Wang Soo-tong's having the best Father's Day. I hope Wang Soo-tong is enjoying his first Father's Day ever. And he still has not come forward to deny nor confirm the existence of this child. Which, by the way, there are rumors that he's got a whole village of baby mamas.
That's crazy.
That he has a bunch of baby mamas in America somewhere, and they just all kind of live in the same neighborhood.
Where?
I can't tell you where.
Hey, you gotta tell us
I
where.
can't tell you where.
No, please tell us where.
No. Let's just say
It's an insider source.
it's an insider source that says he's got a whole village of baby mamas in the United States and he sends them monthly salaries. I think all the kids might even go to the same private schools.
No, you're making it sound like there's like 20 of them.
I'm just kidding. I don't even know if this is true. Don't sue me, Wang Soo-tong. Okay, but no, maybe there's like 15. There could be 30. We don't know. There was that Chinese billionaire who's like trying to have so many kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know if maybe Wang Soo-tong's doing that on the side. After this, nothing happens. He doesn't respond and she doubles down. She starts doing green onion live streams.
Dang.
Yes, because Wang Sitong is king for onions. For onions that are the king. And she starts selling everything. If something is onion flavored, crackers, ramen, bread, chips, everything is on her live stream. She even grabs really long green onions. Like they're the ones, okay, there's a province in China where they actually have giant green onions.
Yes.
I didn't know this. Green onions I thought are about the size of, I don't know, maybe your forearm, right? Not chives, but green onions. But I thought leeks are the bigger version. No, there is a town where they grow green onions that are like 4 stories tall.
4 stories tall?
Okay, no, they're not. But they are. Okay, I know the recent tallest one was as tall as Yao Ming. And they called it the one that beat Yao Ming. He's like 7 feet tall. So it's like a 7-foot tall green onion. And one green onion that grows like 5 feet tall, you have to pay like $100 for it. I don't know who eats that much green onion. I feel like you gotta send that shit to Restaurant Depot. Who's eating that much green onion? Imagine going to the grocery store and buying a 5-foot tall green onion. Yeah, so she was getting these green onions, massive ones. They look like hair extensions. They're so long, they kind of flop over. And she's just dancing with it. And she's like creating songs. And then all of Wang Sitong's ex-girlfriends catch on.
No.
And then one of his recent ex-girlfriends who got dumped for the new girlfriend that he's in Japan with, she's getting green onions and she's dancing. Yeah, they're all doing the green onion dancing song. And then all the comments are like, you know what? Here's the great thing about Wang Sitong. He takes care of all of his ex-girlfriends. Because even now, they're making money. They're making money. Green onion dancing, selling clothes, opening up Taobao shops. They're making money. You can't hate the game. No, you can't hate the player. I don't know. Okay. So they're all selling these green onion things. And people are like, I finally understand this scandal now. Because it's so confusing. There's been so many stages. There was the scandal of her being the worst rapper ever to even dare to rap that kind of shit in front of Lisa from Blackpink. They're like, how dare you do this in the queen's presence? What the fuck is wrong with you? That was that scandal. And then she disappeared for a year. She came back. There was the very serious scandal of the school bullying. And then now it's becoming this scandal of like, who's the baby daddy? And it's just so many different scandals that are all culminating together. And the comments read, I finally understand this entire saga. She doesn't want money from Wang Sitong, the baby daddy. She wants us to give her money. And so all the comments are responding, I have finally grown up and grown capable that now I'm even raising Wang Sitong's kid because all the money she's making are from netizens. So they're like, what is this world where we netizens are raising the richest son's daughter? What the fuck is happening right now? Yeah, and then others are commenting about a dream scenario, and they're making memes out of this baby that I can't show you because she's a minor. However, the memes are kind of gold. Okay, there would be screenshots that they would get of the baby side-eyeing the camera, and then it would be a whole 2-paragraph long backstory. In 20 years, she walks into the Wanda headquarters to reclaim what has always been hers. Oh, yeah. And then she'll start at the bottom. She'll use a fake name, enter into Wanda headquarters as an intern. She'll face a lot of hardships and obstacles as a female intern, but she will keep going. She will continue for the sake of her sick mother who has just been diagnosed with a terminal illness. She will endure humiliation and hardship, overcoming countless challenges until she is finally reunited at the top as an executive with her CEO father, where she reveals, I am your daughter. Yeah, it's just like a meme of the kid side-eyeing the camera. Okay. So she just starts green onion dancing, selling green onions. I mean, truly, this kid looks like her grandfather.
Wait, did Wang Sitong say anything?
No.
Still?
No, yeah.
Till this day?
To this day. And now everyone is saying, fine, it's not Wang Sitong's kid, it's Wang Jianling's kid.
Wang Sitong's dad?
Yeah, because she looks exactly like her grandfather. And then some people said, this video has 5 million. It's like a video of her being like, how many numbers am I holding? And then Shan Shan, the baby, is like, 3 in Chinese. 1, 2, 3, right? I just wanted to show off my Chinese, y'all. Okay. She'll say like 3. And all the comments are like, this video has 5 million views. 2 million views are from CEO Wang coming in to see his grandchild after a long day at work. Yeah, they're just saying it's the grandpa looking at the baby now.
Like 2 million times?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just to see his grandchild. Yeah. And others are commenting, the kid is so smart. She knew her father wouldn't love her, so she chose to look like her grandfather, which is like a crazy fucking thing to say. Okay. Others say, such a smart kid. They know that Wang Sitong doesn't have the power in the company. That's why you look like the grandfather. Yeah. It's just been kind of insane. So this resulted in a bunch of netizens changing their profile pictures and usernames, which I love when they do that shit on TikTok. You know, when it's like the lost wallet. It's like, hey, if your name is Greg, let me know because you just left your card and your Amex here, and everyone's new profile picture is Greg, and it's the ID picture, and it's like the lost wallet of Greg. It's like Greg's father, Greg's grandfather. Hi, that's my grandson's wallet. If you could just send it over to me, okay? People start changing their picture to Wang Sitong, and their username is Daddy's coming home, Daddy's home. It's Daddy, Daddy Wong. And then some are just using the grandfather's portrait, like his business headshot, his CEO headshot on like the Wanda Group website. And they're like, Grandfather Wong, sit on Grandpa's lap. Grandpa's coming back. Yeah, it's just been, it's been insane. And then people like Wang Sitong. No. Fake Wang Sitong will comment like, I regret this decision. I regret having a child with a woman like this. And then she'll comment, how can Sitong regret? Sitong is just 4 onions. Like, I don't know what that
Wait, she's responding to a fake Wang Sitong account?
Yes. She's like, how can Sitong regret? Sitong is just 4 onions. How can onions regret? And it's just like, what the fuck is happening right now? And then she made this onion tossing game. Where she said that she was gonna now toss Wang Sitong out of her life, and she's just using green onions and tossing over her shoulder, tossing over the other shoulder, toss. And then the ex-girlfriends are tossing onions too. And it's just like, I don't want to know what their live streaming rooms smell like at the end of the night. It's just onions, which is a great scent, by the way. But people are just so distraught over this. And then it's become a little bit more serious. So initially, all of this is fun and games. In the beginning, a lot of people had hee-hee ha-has with it, especially when it's just Ming Ming in front of the camera making fun at Wang Sitong. I mean, I still think it's a little weird. I personally wouldn't want my daughter to grow up being like, hey, your dad didn't want to be a part of your life, so I made a series of live streams selling green onion products. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the child will be understanding and be like, okay, no, mom, you did everything to try and raise me. I get it. You did what you could. I don't know. But it stops getting funny because she makes a whole Douyin account dedicated to her daughter where she's just, it's just her daughter nonstop.
Doing what?
Crawling, counting to 3, counting to 5. And then it's like always in association with Wang Sitong. And it's like, it's just becoming really not great.
Really?
Yeah. And a lot of people are comparing her to the king of Shanghai's baby mother of his child. Remember, she disappears. Okay. He's very wealthy. Very wealthy man, king of Shanghai, Nepo baby. She gets pregnant with his baby, disappears after she says, yeah, I'm going to terminate for sure. She disappears, has the baby, comes back and is like, give me money, bitch. Give me the fucking money. Okay, people had mixed feelings about it, but now with Ming Ming in the picture, they say, actually, that woman is a queen. She got her money, she did what she needed to do, and she never posts about her baby. Like, she'll talk about her baby and being a mom, but she'll never post the baby. She doesn't, like, talk about the dad like that. It seems like she's doing live streams for fun. Where now she's just like a live stream persona where she's like, oh yeah, today I'm doing this. Today, oh, if you want this shirt, I'm gonna sell this shirt. Yes, you could hate her, but most people are like, I don't know, whatever. But now with Ming Ming, she seems like a saint. She seems like she cares more about her child, is what people are saying.
I see.
Whereas Ming Ming is like every day.
They just don't like Ming Ming's dragging the child into this.
Yes, and then just constantly dragging the fact that Wang Sitong is not a part of the child's life, which just feels kind of shit. you know?
I think from my memory, I remembered it when the news first broke out, like that day, everyone's like, oh my God. And then it goes to like, oh my God, can you believe he's refusing to pay the money as a billionaire? And then, like, for some reason, the sentiment switched. People feels like, oh, because she keeps saying that I don't need money.
Yes.
And then, but start doing a lot of these actions that looks like that she does want money, but she keeps saying that I don't want money. And then that's like day 2, day 3. And then I just didn't know what happened afterwards.
Yeah, I think, okay, the main problem that netizens have is like, she deserves money from Wang Sutong for her kid, if this is Wang Sutong's kid, which it seems like most netizens agree they think it is, right? That she is Wang Sutong's daughter. However, the way she's going about it is harming the kid. So it's one thing to never show the kid and be like, hey, I'm really struggling to raise this kid because I don't have money for childcare. I can't get a job right now because I don't have money for childcare. And it's upsetting because the father is someone who has more money than they could ever dream of. And I just need enough money for baby formula or a little bit of childcare.
Okay, I don't think she doesn't have money for baby formula. Like,
no,
I'm sure
exactly.
she's making tons of money as an influencer in China.
She does not need money for baby formula. So that's another thing that people were upset about. But then on top of that, it's like, if that were the case where she doesn't have money and she's just telling the internet, like, this is him not taking responsibility, this is my last resort, that would be fine. But it's the fact that she's turning it into like a whole thing. You know? So,
it's a little messy.
Yeah, it's gotten really, really messy to the point where it's like, okay, now people are like, imagine this kid grows up and they see all of this of like, she's really honing in on her dad does not want her. So it's just getting messy. She also just to give you an idea of how messy she is, she posts online about how many people say that her father won't recognize her. This may be a misunderstanding. He is recognizing her as his child. It's just that I keep calling him to curse him out in the middle of the night because I'm under so much pressure from work. So he blocked me because he doesn't want me to disturb his dates.
What?
Like, she's saying, no, Wang Sutong knows this is his daughter. You guys have it twisted. But I've been blocked by Wang Sutong, and that's why I take all my business online, because I keep calling him in the middle of the night and I'm disturbing his dates. So it's like, again, none of this is helping your child. Yeah, and so now people are making fun of her, and someone posted a picture of Wang Sutong in Japan and said, I ran into your baby father yesterday. He seemed to be delivering food. He was working hard. He's making money for the milk powder that you asked for. And it's him shopping in Japan with his girlfriend.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then this is the next part that people are upset about. She was bragging online about how, because of all of this drama, her baby just landed the very first brand endorsement, like sponsorship for $15,000.
She's bragging about...
Yeah, and everyone's like, okay, it's one thing if maybe the mom is getting the sponsorship, but like...
Like the baby's being like in the ad or something?
Yes.
Oh.
Like now it's like, okay, now you're really using your baby to sell something.
I see.
So it's just getting... people are starting to turn more and more. Like in the beginning, it was just so bizarre and crazy that I think it was the shock that made people like, okay, maybe this is funny because it's so shocking. But then it's like the minute that you have some clarity, you're like, that's not funny at all, actually. This is crazy. This is crazy behavior. But that has been what has been happening in China.
That's
with
where we're at?
He hasn't responded. It seems like most netizens are on board that this is his baby. Yeah.
And she's still just doing her influencer stuff?
Yeah. And I don't know. Nobody even knows if he's not sending her money. Because that baby formula thing was so ridiculous, the text message. It seems like maybe he was sending her money, but she wanted more. That's some netizen speculation, because they're like, really? She's asking him for milk formula? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because how much is that? Like $80?
I mean, baby formula is very expensive, right? And there is a shortage, but she was like one of the bigger influencers at the time, so she's making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So it's just, I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Did you know that one of our favorite people in the Chinaverse, well, favorite in a interesting usage of that word, okay? One of our more well-known figures in the Chinaverse may be a father? What are your thoughts? Should we keep him in our minds on Father's Day this year? Let me know in the comments. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Do you know why someone doesn't win a gold medal at the Olympics? I'll tell you exactly why, okay? Imagine event is swimming and you gotta swim. Why would you not win a gold medal?
Because, why do I not win a gold medal?
Why do you not win a gold medal? It's because
Tell me why.
you were not fast enough. That's it. Point blank, period. You don't make the cut, bitch. But I also wouldn't, so I don't know why I'm being so aggressive with that. You just aren't fast enough. But with this specific 2024 Olympics, they're on the Chinese swim team. You know how the China swim team, the national team, went viral during the Olympics because they came out decked out in those red parkas and they were just like pounding their chest like some sort of mating call.
I don't think everyone knows it though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You have to describe that.
Oh, they went viral. Okay, so I didn't know this, but swimmers, they come out to the event wearing puffer jackets. I thought they looked goofy. They look like penguins. Turns out they need to because their muscles need to be warm. It needs to be loosey-goosey up in there. The Chinese swim team, because the color of China is red, they come out in these red puffer jackets, but they're like these jacked dudes coming out, headphones in, red puffer jacket, walk into their little station, and they're patting their chest. They're pounding their chest because you actually have to tap your muscles to keep them activated. But they're just kinky. They're touching themselves everywhere. Okay, it's a lot. And they went viral and everyone was like, wait, I didn't know that China swims. Suddenly I gotta watch China swims. And they went viral. They did really well. They killed it in the Olympics. But there was this one guy on the Chinese national swim team that everybody was like, this guy has a world record. This is the world, and now we're in the Olympics. I mean, he's already beat everybody technically, so of course he's gonna win a gold medal. He's gonna win 10 gold medals. He doesn't win any gold medals in his own individual events. And people are like, what happened? To the point where people accuse him of all sorts of things. Was he doping when he won the 2023, broke the world record? Because how do you suddenly not break it? How are you suddenly so bad all of a sudden? Okay, not so bad, but he just wasn't doing well. And then you go online a few months later after the Olympics, and I'll tell you why he didn't win a gold medal. His fiance of 6 years comes out to expose this Chinese national swim champion and states that she suspected that he was cheating on her with not only girls that he meets on dating apps, but athletes from synchronized swimming teams. Oof. Okay? And every time she would confront him about it, he would say, I swear on my life, I swear I will never win a gold medal ever again if I cheated on you. And he did not.
Dun, dun,
Done. Recently, I've also been enjoying watching this new series that came out on Netflix in Thailand called The Deception Game. It was just added to Netflix Thailand, and the title just immediately grabbed my attention. It's kind of like a drama meets a romance revenge TV show that keeps you on your toes, and it's all thanks to ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN provides online privacy and security solutions, including a VPN, a password manager, and even ad blockers. VPN, by the way, stands for Virtual Private Network, and it is the easiest, most effective way for people to browse the internet while keeping your personal data hidden. Personal data may include things like your social security number, bank account information, credit information, medical history, addresses, locations, so much. Now, some of you guys might be asking why your personal data needs to be protected, or think, well, I don't really have anything for scammers to steal, and what are even the chances that my data is even going to be breached? Unfortunately, for most internet users, it is almost guaranteed that your personal data is currently being tracked and perhaps even sold, meaning your personal information may fall into the wrong hands. Grubby little hands. Think of the world's moistest hands, just trying to grab at your information, steal your identity, drain your bank account, use your credit to rack up debt in your name, and more. On average, someone's identity is being stolen every 79 seconds. That is where ExpressVPN comes in. Their virtual private network, or VPN, encrypts your data like an invisibility cloak. Think of it like that, making your personal information, digital footprint, all the sensitive stuff that could be used for fraud, basically invisible to the scammers and data brokers who are looking looking to take advantage of your data. It also allows you to bypass geographical barriers on various streaming platforms, which gives you access to thousands of movies and shows that you otherwise wouldn't even be able to watch, let alone even browse. Like so many streaming platforms, Netflix has tens of thousands of shows and movies available. However, you only get access to a fraction of the content purely based on your location, meaning you're still paying the full price for a subscription, but you're only getting a fraction of the content. But with ExpressVPN, you can change your location to Thailand like I did and watch The Deception Game, which I otherwise would not have been able to watch. And don't worry, ExpressVPN works on your phone, laptop, and even your smart TV, so you can watch your on-demand shows on the big screen with zero buffering. ExpressVPN makes cybersecurity easy, gives you access to new TV shows and movies, and does all the work for you. You can take advantage of ExpressVPN's Black Friday Cyber Monday offer to get the absolute best VPN deal you will find all year by scanning the QR code on the screen, or use my special link expressvpn.com/bis to get 4 extra months with the 12-month plan or 6 extra months with the 24-month plan totally free. That's expressvpn.com/bis to get an extra 4 or even 6 months of ExpressVPN for free. Do you know what the term double doors mean?
Double door?
You a double door?
Like a Dumbledore?
No.
Or a double door?
A double door. A double decker. A double door. You don't know?
Sounds scandalous, but okay, tell me. Is that a Chinese term or no?
Yes.
It is.
Yes. Okay. Think of like a double door entrance. It's big. It's great. Okay. Think of a refrigerator.
Oh, you're talking about left and right double door.
Yes. Double
French
doors.
door.
French. Whoa. Okay. Architectural Digest.
Like 2 doors.
Two doors. Yes. Okay. Now think of a fridge. Are you imagining a fridge?
Sure.
Okay, now the fridge on top just has 1 door to the refrigerator, and the bottom is a pull-out freezer. Very normal, very regular, very Ozempic. But think of a fridge with double doors on top. 2 doors on top, they open both ways. Wide, very wide. Spacious, surface area, square footage. Imagine hanging up a tiny little picture frame, a round picture, a mistletoe on top of the fridge. It's awkward because you have a double door fridge. The refrigerator is so wide, but the mistletoe is just in the center. It's tiny. It's unproportionate. Now think of that in a man build. Refrigerator, double door build with a tiny mistletoe as the head. I am the opposite. Think the opposite of me, okay? Small head, big shoulders. Oh yeah, that is a category of the male specimen. And it sounds objectifying, right? But pick your battles, men, okay? Like, we got more going on in this field right now for women. Recently, this male build starter pack has been really bad. Like in Korean manga, it's well known that the male lead's shoulders keep getting wider and wider while the head gets smaller and smaller. And at this point, you can't even do like a 3-way love triangle in Korean manga because 2 male leads don't fit on the same page. It just doesn't work. And it's become a whole meme in South Korea. But also, you think that this only exists in mangas. It's in real life. You see these guys at South Korean gyms. Look at this picture. If you guys are audio listening, there's a picture of a man flexing in the mirror. Better yet, there's in the same picture a woman behind him taking a picture of him taking a picture because she's like, now I've never seen a bitch like this. Why is a bitch built like this? She needs to save this as photographic evidence for future historians because they're all confused. Are South Koreans...
Wait, double door?
It's a body type. The shoulders are very wide.
Okay.
Very buff.
Yes.
Okay? And the head is always small. Because when the shoulders are so wide, no matter how big your head is, it's going to look small.
So you're saying in China, the double door body type is going viral.
Oh, yeah. If there's a group of girls eating brunch, they go, hey, look, don't make it obvious. There's a double door behind you. And then you take a look and you go, oh my God, that's a triple door.
Girls are into double doors.
Some girls for sure.
I thought it was called the refrigerator.
Oh, no, but now double door is more than the refrigerator.
Oh, so refrigerator is out. So to have a refrigerator body is no longer hot. Now we want the double refrigerator.
Yeah.
Like double door refrigerator.
Double door refrigerator.
Got
like just
it.
a regular fridge bod is good. It's acceptable. We might like you, but it's not good enough.
Got it. Okay.
They come in all shapes. No. They come in one shape, but they come from all different backgrounds. There's another particular image that goes viral. This one is very rich. These double doors have money. These got double pockets. There's a Korean man trying to get out of his Lamborghini, which is a very low car, low to the ground, and honestly hard to maneuver. I think it's a waste of money.
Low class too.
Yeah, guys, Lamborghini is not it. Okay? He's trying to walk out, but the top half of his body is so heavy, he just tumbles out. He falls over onto the ground.
Is that like a photo or a video?
It's a real photo of a man in a Lamborghini. I mean, think of it. He's an upside down bowling pin. Of course, gravity is not going to be helpful to him. It's not going to be beneficial for him. And he can't even get out of his low ass car because he's so top heavy that he keeps tumbling out of the car. His body is disproportionate. And according to our Chinese researchers, these body types are all the rage in China right now. Girls will be on the street. Stop. I see one. I see a double door. Do you see the double door?
Dumbledore. Dumbledore is back.
Dumbledore is back. Or when they try to set their friends up. Oh yeah, he's cute. He's a double door.
What in
Oh
the
yeah,
world?
and it's not shoulder pads. Although some men have been trying to use shoulder pads to recreate the look, but it just looks like 2 BBLs on your shoulders. You look goofy. We know what you're doing, which great and all. But these are also the types of guys that have to go through airport security sideways. Have you thought about that though? Imagine if they're trying to sleep on their side. Their head is levitating. It's not touching their pillow because their shoulder is so large. It's embarrassing. But for the public service of many of my single girlies watching this, double doors, please keep posting shirtless pics, not for I like to not have to crane my neck 500 meters to give my husband a kiss on the cheek. It's not for me, but the double doors make some girls go crazy. Essentially, if you have a double door build with some extra style, extra talent, you're a walking catch. They can't wrap their arms around you, but they'll die trying. That's the point. That's what happens to the Chinese Olympic swim team in 2024. You just see 10 refrigerators walk out and you're like, get double doors, bitch. What's happening? Which door should we open? Okay. They're the ones wearing the red puffer jackets, coming out like they're walking on a runway of off-white. They're crazy. They're just walking out, slapping their chest. It's weird. But the Chinese Olympic swim team goes viral. Globally, of course, but especially in China. They're skilled, they're talented. They're double door, double floor, decker buses, and they just go off. Their performance is top notch in the 2024 Paris Olympics, at least for a few of them. Fans have started calling them male model dream team. They've each become their own celebrity brand after the Olympics. A lot of them have also really good on-camera personalities too. Some fans are so supportive and are so dedicated to the craft of swimming, the art of swimming, the butterfly strokes, the breaststrokes, all the strokes for different folks, you know? Women love it. They bring binoculars to the swim competitions. They're locked in. They're smirking. They're giggling. They're smiling. They said, 10 times the view is 10 times the happiness. When a friend asked one of the girls with the binoculars, she's like just zoned in watching the swimmers. They're like,
No, she doesn't have an iPhone or something?
No, she wants to be in the moment, you know?
Okay.
And they're like, hey, what's your view? What's going on in the water? She just responds, so handsome. She doesn't even know who's winning. She doesn't even know. And they say girly pops don't care about sports. I beg to differ. There's one clip of a Chinese swimmer shushing the crowd. I'm like, sir, what the fork are you doing here? But I do think my single dark romance girlies are going to enjoy the view. So here you go. I'm going to insert it onto the screen. He walks out slapping his chest and then he just tells the crowd to shush.
Oh, that's the Balenciaga looking.
Yeah, and I'm like, hello? The swimmers even have personal and private teams of physical therapists, masseuses, to help relax their muscles and optimize their performance.
Oh, yes.
So naturally, netizens have commented, I promise to take no sick days. It will be 100% attendance, voluntary overtime, promised. Where do I apply? Where do I apply? But even out of the sea of swimmers and the sea of people, there's one that stands out. Chin sea. Okay, that sounds weird when I say it like that, but his name is Chin Haiyang. Haiyang means sea. His name literally translates to ocean. And he was one of the most popular Olympic swimmers on the Chinese team in 2024 until his longtime fiance made a live stream expose about him. So buckle up. This is the Olympic Games of cheating. Haiyang's a goat. That's his nickname. That's what they call him. But they don't call him like goat. You're the greatest of all time, even though he did break a world record. That's not his nickname. They call him slow goat. That's his nickname.
What does that mean, slow goat?
He's just a slow goat. He is known for his breaststrokes. Like I said, he made history in 2023 at the World Aquatics Championships for his breaststrokes. He actually just went ahead and broke the world record for the 200-meter breaststroke. There's different meters, different world records for different meters. By like half a second. He broke the record by half a second.
But why does it call it slow goat?
Oh, just you wait.
Oh,
okay. So he's like super fast in the water. He's like the fastest. 200 meters, right? I said millimeters. Okay. He's a big fucking deal in swimming. And it's all about how long you last in swimming, or rather how fast you are. So interestingly, I think athletes' routines are always fascinating. Forget the little morning routines of billionaires. I want to know what these athletes are doing to get into the headspace before a big event. Do you ever think about that? Like what song they listen to? That is where Haiyang's nickname comes in, because he's a slow goat. They say the way he moves so slowly out of water on land is like a fish out of water. Why does he move like that? To give you an idea, in one competition, everybody else, every other swimmer goes to their assigned chair, sits down, starts taking off their gear, adjusting their swim cap, putting on goggles, getting ready, and you're like, what is that empty seat? Is somebody sick? Are they out of this competition? Where is Haiyang? Where is he? Oh, he's still walking towards his fucking chair. He just moves so laid back. Like he just sat down at a fast food restaurant with his little buzzer. Like, sir, this is a competition, okay? You know, in Korean, we have a saying for people who move this slowly. Obviously, not ableism, like people who are able-bodied and move this slowly. Okay, we have a saying. It's called 속 터져. Like, watching them makes my heart burst in frustration. It's like, why can't you just move faster? Like, my heart is about to explode out of my chest. He moves like the sloths at the DMV in that movie. Even when he's moving, lifting himself up onto the springboard, it's like he's on a different time scale, just taking his time. Everybody is already locked in, poised, ready. His former coach even said, he was always the last one on the team bus, just barely making it each time. He's so fascinating. For even interviews, for sports journalists, they say he's very difficult to interview. First of all, he talks very slowly. I got 10 more swimmers. Come on, let's chop, okay? He talks slowly, but in a calm, steady manner. But he also talks almost exclusively in vague Chinese scripture. That's how they describe it. Okay? You're like, thank you for coming to this event. I can't believe your performance. I mean, how did you feel hitting that water and breaking the 2020? You broke the world record. They stick the mic in his face. Not too bad. And what do you have to say to all your other teammates that are here joined with you today? Keep it up. Okay, and today you didn't finish gold, but you finished silver. And how does that make you feel? I mean, what do you have words for your fans? I can do better. 속 터져. You know, people are 속 터져ing right now. He will be asked about his future goals. What are your future goals? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? 3 words. Keep working hard. That is so vague, sir. That is so vague. That's not a destination. That is a very loose plan. That is his goal, which is not a bad goal, but like, come on, give them something. Some journalists are nicer, and instead of calling him a slow goat, they call him our calm brother. Our calm brother. Okay. But then something wild happens. When he hits that water, suddenly the fastest guy there. Which naturally gets him a lot of fans, a lot of female fans. One day there's this interviewer that's going around asking all the fans questions of like, who are you here to support at the swim competition? And there's this one girl in a black mask and a black hat with his name on a headband on her head. And the interviewer asks her, are you here to support Haiyang? Yeah. How long have you been his fan? There's this really awkward moment. And then she goes, I've been his fiance for 5 years. I don't even think many people knew that he had a fiance, but that's like fine. Maybe they're very private people. It's a little weird, but it's fine. You're his fiance. Are you satisfied with his performance today? Yes, very satisfied. Was he handsome today? Very. What do you like most about him? I love how handsome, hardworking, diligent, and serious he is. Which, side note, we're just gonna call the fiancé Susie, which, I mean, it's not shady. It's not like he was purposely hiding her to try and get more female fans. Actually, at this game, at this competition, Hayoung wins first place. He turns to her in the stands. She's in the stands supporting him, and he throws up his winning bouquet to her.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like he's trying
public.
to, yeah. It's just, they're not going around constantly posting pictures of each other, but they're dating. They're not trying to hide it. It's very romantic. She even posts it on her socials writing, "Thank you, Sea Frog." I guess she calls him Sea Frog because they do kind of look like sea frogs when they're in the water. I say as I can't even swim a lap. Okay. But thank you, Sea Frog, for the flowers. In the end, I gave them to a fan's son who has fallen for him. Watching the live competition was so much fun, and I'm really happy to see it all. I'm getting tongue-tied here, but Chubby, I guess she calls him Chubby. Chubby was freaking amazing. Keep up the great work. Which is so romantic, and it gets even better. At the 2023, so just last year, 1 year before the Olympics, he's at the 2023 National Swimming Championships in China, where Susie, we'll get to why later, she's handing out medals and plush toys for the athletes for their hard-earned achievements. She gets invited up with a group photo for the athletes, and Hayoung tries to offer her the plush toy, but she's so shy, and like the whole thing makes everybody fall for their relationship, which is still, this is very niche knowledge. Because he blows up 2024 Olympics. This is in 2023. So at this point, these are the fans that love the swimmers already before the Olympics. So this group of people, they love this relationship and they're kind of standing this guy. He just is known, however, unfortunately, he is known as the perpetual competition thrower.
What does that mean?
Other than breaking the world record, this guy never performs well in competitions. It's very difficult for him. Like, he'll perform better in smaller competitions. Like, he fouled at the last Olympics, the 2019, whatever Olympics. He did not do well. Yeah.
So maybe like that kind of pressure, he doesn't do well.
So he gets this new method to qualify for the 2024 Olympics, which is actually swim less. So prior to it, with these big competitions, he was saying he was swimming every single day, every single second he was in the water, because he's like, I keep throwing these massive competitions, so maybe I'm just under practiced. But then everybody, his coach that he signed with, very famous coach, she said, no, swim less. That doesn't mean don't work on swimming, just do it in different ways. Get in the water less. Yeah, Hayoung gets very philosophical, posting things on Weibo like, never believe that victory comes as easily as picking a dandelion on a hill.
Wow. Damn.
But do believe that all beauty in this world is worth giving our all.
Wow.
I feel like the two don't really correlate, but
I'm like, okay, wow.
yeah, like what happened to the dandelion? I'm so invested in that one, okay? That's how he becomes the king of breaststrokes in 2023, the motivational shift in his mindset. And also he's squatting nonstop every single day. So he's pretending to swim on land instead of swimming in water. He's practicing. He said he was micro-adjusting even the angle of his hands in the breaststroke, micromanaging every meticulous detail in his swim. And
You know, that's what I was like trying to do recently.
Swim?
No.
Okay.
So I read a story, you know, back in the days, they were saying there was like a two team of like athletes. One team, let's say they injured themselves, right? So instead they were practicing on the court because they're injured.
Wait, stop. Don't even do this right now. I know what you're going to say.
What?
They would practice in their minds.
Yeah. No, seriously.
No, is this real?
No, it's so real.
Okay.
It's so freaking real.
Okay.
And then they test the two teams.
Yeah.
See that by the end of like, I don't know how many months, they test their results. The one who's been practicing in their head, they perform better.
Wait, stop.
Yeah. So they're saying apparently like your brain has these muscles, and if you can actually vividly imagine yourself doing that kind of sport and you're actually playing it in your head, so your body, your muscles like reacting to it. It's actually it's crazy, I know.
Is this why you play Tetris in your mind?
No, I'm start swimming now.
Just now? You just started.
No, recently.
You started swimming.
I was like, man, I should work out more.
And you're just working out in your mind? That's
Yeah.
so good.
I'm trying to trick my mind. So one day, if I jump into the water, I'm gonna be a...
That doesn't sound of his drowning. So maybe he'll beat the Frog King. That's what they call him, the Frog King. And he doesn't let the pressure get ahead of him. He says, once a gold medal is won, it's over. It shouldn't be a burden. Which made people like him even more. They're like, yes, a confident yet humble answer. He's so good. He's still so humble. Did you see him wink? That wink will make me his dog. I'm enchanted. He's too handsome. These men have been swimming on my FYP for days. To which one comments, oh my God, the female predator's screams can be heard through the phone during the competition. Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah. This is the 2023, okay? He's breaking the world record. In 2024, the Olympics rolls around, and he is one of the most closely watched swimmers on the Chinese team because he just broke that world record. His personal goal was 2 gold medals in his individual categories, the 100 meters and the 200 meters breaststroke. The entire performance, the minute he hits that water, boom, 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 boom. So underwhelming. So underwhelming. He closed 7th in the 100 meters. He didn't even qualify for the finals in the 200 meters. His performance was so bad that people were accusing him of doping the last year because they're like, how do you go from breaking a world record to being shit? Okay, not shit, but like that's what they were saying. They were like, how do you do that? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I can't even swim. Please don't be mad at me. But the Chinese swim team overall, they had a good run. They won 12 medals, 2 gold, 3 silver, 7 bronze. And about his own personal performance though, Haiyang says, I need to work harder. There are many areas where I need to learn and improve because I didn't perform well in 2 events. I feel like this shouldn't be. I need to go back and reflect. He states that leading up to this competition, considering he had such bad luck with some competitions prior, he was putting all this pressure on himself. He was throwing up before his events. He felt like he was in a daze the whole time. Most fans were super supportive. They said, at least you went viral, right? That walk in the red jacket? At least you went viral and you signed a deal with Louis Vuitton?
No way.
Brand ambassador?
What?
I mean, come on, we love you. They comment, Olympic swimmer by day, Louis Vuitton model by night. The way he walks, I don't know how he does it. He doesn't do it intentionally, I know, but the dominance is there. Famous scene, he's like a professional model. From Paris Olympics to Paris Fashion Week. Now, they also like the way that he looks that cool. He performs that hot, spicy, but he's so shy in person. There's videos of him taking pictures with fans, and people say he looks so nervous. You can't tell who is the fan of who. He looks like he's the fan. He's not, okay, I don't want to say he's nervous per se, but he's very gentle, very cautious, very calm. And people are eating it up until they find out the real reason that he does not win a gold medal in the 2024 Olympics. October...
Is it the real... Okay, anyway. Sorry.
October 2024. It's the last day of the national holiday. Future Stephanie here, please watch until the end because there's been so many crazy developments and crazy plot twists. So before you form an opinion, get the full ending first. Susie, Haiyang's fiance, posts on Weibo, I initially wanted to help save your face, but your avoidance attitude has made me feel that I've truly fallen for the wrong person. She starts listing a full list of grievances and accusations against Haiyang, including him cheating on her during a pregnancy, flirting with fans, flirting with synchronized swim team members, and others. She says, when you were in the military, you hired sex workers. The deceit during our time together has caused me immense pain. Each time you make a mistake, I'm the one suggesting breaking up, but you threaten me with your career, your life, and everything you have. You even threatened me with an intimate video of us, demanding my forgiveness. I cannot endure this any longer. Every luxury item you own was bought by me, and I've spent countless amounts on you, from the Louis Vuitton bag to the Richard Mille watches. Those watches are like $100,000-$200,000 starting.
Yeah, like 200K starting. USD. She said, believing in your repeated mistakes was my mistake. Starting today, I won't cover up any of your issues or clean up any of your messes anymore. I have evidence of every incident, chat records, recordings, and everything else. If you feel wronged and you want to sue me, I'm ready. She said, I'm litigious, okay? I'm ready. Come and get me. She goes on to explain that she practically financed his entire life, his entire swim career, expecting nothing but loyalty in the end. She didn't want him to pay her back or to later promote her business. Just out of love, she did this to help him achieve his dreams. She says he would purchase and pass out all these gifts to his fans throughout the years. She paid for those. Her money. She also reveals she's the one responding
to messages from fans pretending to be him. Because clearly he doesn't care, but she does, is what she says, okay? She says, I've been maintaining your fans in the group. It was my money that I transferred to you so that you could purchase gifts for your fans. Even to fans and reporters, I personally wrapped and sent out gifts. When I get criticized, I feel wronged. What have you done? Clearly they are your fans. When they were infatuated with you, I was the one comforting them during military training. I was the one that sent red envelopes to your fans to treat them to ice cream. What have you done? Do you even care? You only log online to see if your fans are pretty.
Oh, what?
To which netizens are wondering, is this woman his mother? Or his manager? Or his fiance? The crazy part is, she actually informed his PR team in advance that she was going to do this. She was like, let me give you a chance to do some damage control because I'm about to shred this shit up. Which netizens are like, you even informed all his PR team before exposing. You are sis. You're too kind. This is crazy, okay? I don't even know what to say. You adopted a stray dog in heat. You loved him too much. You're his girlfriend, not his mother, not his manager. Which the PR team did respond. They said that this was malicious slander and false information that was severely damaging to his reputation. They have denied all accusations. She goes on, then to later expose an audio clip.
可是你有没有想过，我有因为害怕，然后一直跟你在一起呢？
He's talking to her on the phone, and he says, have you ever considered that I was with you all this time because I was scared? Which
What?
is like
What does that mean?
I don't know. Some netizens are like, oh my God, this means that they were in a toxic relationship. Some netizens are kind of confused by that. To which she responds that she is the reason that he never got exposed. She was always protecting him. It wasn't his parents, not even himself, obviously, but her. She was saving him. And when she finally tells his parents, his mom allegedly responded to her, you have to take care of him, protect him as a girlfriend.
Tells the mom what?
He's been cheating on me. He's doing this. He's doing that. Like, this is the worst relationship ever. He keeps hurting me. He's betraying me. And the mom is like, well, you have to take care of him. You have to protect him. You're his girlfriend. She says, what did I do wrong? Everything you have today, you should be thanking me. You should really thank me. You're the one with all the problems. Tell me, am I harming you or am I protecting you? Am I harming you? How do you think I should be treated then? But instead, my fiance is calling me to tell me that he's only with me because he's scared of me. Do you think I deserve to be treated like this?
She made a post saying that he cheated, he was hiring sex workers, and then she posted a voice audio.
She keeps going on live because people start coming in and attacking her.
Oh, she went on live.
Yes.
I see.
Because after she posts that long Weibo post, this whole topic starts trending. And there were a group of people that immediately felt like Haiyang was bad. There were a group of people that felt like, we don't know both sides of the story yet. And then there were also a group of people that did not care for both sides and just said, hey, girly pop, f*** you. Like, you should have known when you're dating an Olympian. And they were like, also, I found this video of you and you're not even pretty.
Dang.
And they were like, you're kind of fat. They literally said that about her, to which she responded by wearing a skin-tight outfit and dancing. And everyone was like, okay, we take it back. But still, we're still mad at you, okay? So it was a whole complicated thing. She goes on live stream and she's like...
She just put on a skin-tight outfit and start dancing?
Yeah. No, literally.
And then people was like, okay, fine.
They were like, ooh, you got money and you look like that. Are you single? I'm not a swimmer, but I'll swim to your heart. But there was still a group of people that didn't like her. So she's going on live stream. She's pulling out these old recorded phone calls. She's pulling out text messages. She's doing everything. She's exposing everything. You know, some people were saying maybe she cheated on him too. We don't know the full story. They're saying things like, why shame the whole nation? He's a national hero at this point. To which she's just so upset. She said, as for people who are accusing her of being some sort of clout chaser, or perhaps she's extorting him for money, she responds, he wasn't a world champion 6 years ago when I started dating him. He had no titles back then, and you're accusing me of being after his Olympic status? Am I crazy? Are you crazy? Why did I spend so much money then? Why was I so loyal and dedicated all my time? Let's listen to the voice recording. Listen to the voice recording. Because he said he wanted to get married. She plays a voice recording of him proposing to her.
公主，你愿意嫁给我吗？我愿意。那你愿意等我娶你吗，多肉公主？我愿意。
Like, will you marry me?
He's like, Princess, will you marry me? Will you wait for me to take you as my bride?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and she's like, yes, I do.
Wait, so is he proposing?
She said that he proposed every time they went on vacation.
Oh, wait. Wait, so did she say yes or no?
Yes, she did. She said yes many times.
So he proposed, but he never got, like, they never got married.
No, but he bought her a very expensive ring from Xiaomei.
From Xiaomei?
Wait, Xiaomei?
淑美
Oh, Xiaomei.
Wait, why does that sound like a Chinese brand?
I know, it sounds like Chinese.
Wait, Xiaomei?
Xiaomei?
Xiaomei. It's a French brand.
淑美
Yeah, it sounds Chinese.
And she said that he would propose every time they went on vacation somewhere. He would just be like, Princess, will you marry me? I feel like this guy would just get happy and propose. And she's like, clearly he loved me. And also, I don't need his money. So remember the videos that I was telling you about where she's giving medals to swimmers and stuff? Apparently she's very rich and she would sponsor the swim competitions. You know how sports events can be sponsored by Coca-Cola?
Right.
She would be the sponsor.
Sponsored by your mama. Sponsored by your wife.
And she would go onto stage and give everyone medals because she's the brand sponsor for the swim event.
And he's the winner.
Yes.
It's like, oh, good job.
Yes, exactly. So she's like, why would I need him for his money?
I mean, if she's buying him Richard Mille, like
Yes, she doesn't need
a $200,000 watch, then yeah.
multiple times. She said every time they walked into a Louis Vuitton, she would drop 30 to 40K on him.
Damn.
Every time they walked in. Who knows how many times they walked in? If it were me, I'd walk in every day.
So what's the issue though? They were dating for 6 years. Like he would propose to her nonstop, and then he started to cheat, or he's been cheating the whole time.
Been kind of cheating the whole time.
Oh.
Getting caught, saying, oh my God, don't ruin my life, please. I need you. I love you. And then she would stay with him, and then he would do it again. And then he would do it again, and then do it again, allegedly. She also talks about how she was forced to terminate a pregnancy because his parents convinced her it wasn't the best for his life. And when Susie asked Hayoung to come to the hospital with her, his mom allegedly screamed at her, to go by yourself. Why does my son have to go? Apparently, his father got involved too, and Susie claims, you said that since I'm not married, my pregnancy and termination are none of your business. You questioned whether or not I had a best friend. You questioned why couldn't my best friend accompany me to the termination, and why I had to ask him or his family. Your son is precious, but I'm not. She says, I really loved him at that time. I also believed in marriage, and, you know, I got a ring from Xiaomei. It was quite expensive. I posted it on my WeChat Moments. He posted it too. She's showing text messages of him begging her to stay when she tries to break up with him. She's like, of course I tried to break up with him. I'm not staying him because I want fame and clout or anything of him being an Olympic swimmer. Every time he cheated, I tried breaking up with him. And he would write things like, this morning, I talked to my mom about our situation. Afterwards, I saw that she was really upset and didn't speak to me again. I've been reflecting on how I did so many terrible things before. I couldn't control myself and let myself go, doing so many things that hurt you and made you sad. I don't want to be apart from you. Please forgive me. I really want to change. Please give us a little more time. Just look at my efforts. If I don't change and keep making mistakes, you can punish me however you want. He also later begs her not to find someone else, which is an odd thing to say after you cheat on someone. He says, I did so many terrible things before. I couldn't control myself and I let myself go. I know what I did was wrong and I should go find you after I leave. To which Susie is curious and she texts him back, what happens if I find someone else? He says, if I find out, I will ruin it for you.
Oh.
Which so far kind of sounded bantery. Almost. Susie responds, how? I'm curious. But she responds, you know what? I'm over it. Don't let it affect your training. Train well. To which he responds, if I was going to mess it up, of course I would use our tapes.
What?
And she starts freaking
That's
out,
crazy.
saying things like, what? What is the meaning of this? Please be human. We already broke up. Delete what you have. And he says, no. Are you sick? Are you threatening me? Are you sick in the head?
She's saying that.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not threatening you. Are you crazy? Then what is the meaning of that text message? So I can't date again in this lifetime? And he says, just don't let me find out. Squiggle, squiggle.
Whoa.
She responds, if you're a real man, delete the video. I'm not.
Whoa.
He later says, of course, I won't use it to threaten you because you will love me again and I won't need to use the video. Which is the most threatening, unhinged, scary thing for someone to say about having an intimate video of you. She asks, are you mental? He later tries to argue that he's only using the video to communicate with her, basically stating that he's threatening her so that she'll continue talking to him, which again is crazy, crazy behavior. The comments are exactly what you imagine. When she posts this text thread, people are going off. A disgusting toad. If I was gonna mess it up, of course I'll use our tape. I'm not threatening you. Just don't let me find out. Of course I won't use it to threaten your whole life because you're gonna love me again. Every single text message is disgusting. It gets weirder. Susie mentions that she would pay for all of his airfare, hotels, cover their daily expenses. She bought him new phones every single year that he was using to download dating apps and try to talk to other girls, allegedly. So she's so upset. She said she even purchased gifts for his teammates. Susie is a clothing shop owner. She's a founder. She's very wealthy. She's an astute businesswoman, but really respects his career. She did everything she could to try and support him. She was always rooting for him behind the scenes. During one patch in their relationship, he had to train in Shanghai. She does not live in Shanghai, so she would fly every single weekend to go see him. Even if it's a short domestic flight, to get on a flight every weekend, that is so much dedication. She's 2 years older than him, but her friends said he just seemed older. They always called him grandpa or old man because he was so calm, so laid back. But what made Susie love him was the fact that when it was just the two of them, he was so goofy. He was like a little kid, world champion by day, cute guy by night, and only Susie gets to see both sides. Even when he kept messing up in championships and competitions, he said that she was the one that helped him persevere through those tough times. She did everything for him. She never leveraged his fame for her own company. For her own clothing brand, she was never like, here, wear my clothing brand. Here, take a picture with this shirt. She was just happy to stand in the shadows and help him achieve his dreams. He got to bask in the spotlight and she just clapping in the back. She would send flowers on Mother's Day from her, but then also pretending to be Haiyang sending flowers. She would purchase gold necklaces for his grandmother. She offered to help invest in kickstart Haiyang's sister's career, even helped rent a place for her when she was visiting. But some fans are accusing her of wanting to get live stream followers and states that she's doing this all for clout. Now, I will say she is also a very questionable person. This is where it gets crazy. Turns out she got sued in 2020. During the pandemic, she was selling face masks online. She would take people's money and then either not send the face masks or send lower quantities than they bought.
Okay.
Which sounds very scammy.
Yeah.
They went to court. She claims that she was a victim where she had a supplier in a different country that was scamming her. They took all the money. She did end up repaying all the restitution that the court ordered her to pay. And she does hang out with a lot of guys. Okay, some people didn't like that. I'm not judging that. I think each relationship is different, whatever, right? Whatever floats every couple's boats. We don't know if he was okay with it. We don't know if he wasn't. But the face mask thing, I am side-eyeing a little bit, right? But then there were just there were a lot of odd things. Sometimes in the text messages, you would see that she also seems kind of toxic. They both seem not healthy for each other. She seems a little bit controlling, is what people say. And that makes people question her story. I don't know, okay? He's saying all of it are malicious rumors and are false. She's saying that it's all true, and it gets very strange. Weibo scrubs him from the trending list. Okay, so at one point for a few hours, all the top trending is Haiyang scandal, Haiyang expose, Haiyang fiance, blah, 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 blah. And then within a few hours, all of a sudden, the top trending is celebrity wears puffer jacket in October?
What does that mean? Celebrity wear
It's
puffer
like
jacket.
Billie Eilish was seen wearing a puffer jacket, but it's only November. That was trending on Weibo, and everyone's like, we know what's going on here. These are not real trending topics. We're just trying to hide the swimming topic right now.
Oh, so Weibo was hiding it?
Yes.
Why is that?
Some people think that he's very well connected. So he's using his connections to suppress that information.
I see.
Perhaps it's because he's a national champion and maybe the nation does not want that or something. you know how it be if you know how it be on Weibo. So then she brings up a whole thing about it and she's like, see, he's so connected, blah, blah, blah. I can't even tell my side of the story. Then it gets really weird. Then someone starts thanking her for saving their brother from human trafficking. They start saying my brother was taken to a foreign country to be human trafficked and I called Interpol. I called the embassy and nobody would help my brother. But Susie is so well connected that out of the goodness of her heart, she saved my brother. And everyone is thinking, they're looking up this poster, who's posting it. And everyone's like, wait, so your brother went to this foreign country And they respond, no, this one, ha ha ha. And people go, if your brother was almost taken into human trafficking, I don't think you'd be ha 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 in the comments right now. Okay, so the conclusion the netizens have come to is it seems like Susie might have orchestrated this for good publicity. Felt like a weird promotion she was doing for herself using such a crazy topic, because people were saying, no, we should believe people, they're not lying. But then for her to allegedly use human trafficking to make herself look good, people are like, oh, well, now we don't know. Like, the credibility feels shaky if she's willing to do that, because that's crazy if that's true. Because there just doesn't seem to be evidence that she did save someone from human trafficking. And the story is just so batshit crazy. It's like a Mission Impossible Jason Bourne level crazy. It doesn't make any sense. So now netizens are just really lost on how to feel. Wait, by the way, I'm giving you guys an audio update like days. I want to say like a week later, because as we were done filming, more shit hits the fan. An audio message gets leaked, and in it, you hear Susie tell Haiyang along the lines of, take the car to Hangzhou right now. Tomorrow, you don't have your event anymore, and you don't need to go to your fucking training. Write in your resignation letter right in front of me. Write your retirement letter right in front of me, and tell your coach that you're not returning to the team, and tell him that you're quitting. If you say you can give up anything, show me something. Haiyang then responds on the audio tape, what do I do after I type it out? She tells him, then you just stay in my house. When they've confirmed your retirement and they no longer need you to return to the team, then you can leave. Susie is basically demanding that Haiyang retire from the only thing that he's worked his entire life to try and achieve, just to make sure that he can't take it back, that he can't convince the coach he's not actually resigning. She's demanding that he stay holed up at her place until it's basically set in stone. So a lot of Chinese netizens, once this audio tape gets leaked, people start turning, they start changing their minds, and it gets worse. Susie says, transfer your earnings to me, transfer them to my card, and write them in as a gift. Apologize to me about everything, including your parents, retire, and you're not allowed to have kids. Do it. The revelation of this whole voice note has so many Chinese netizens turn on Susie. I would say that most Chinese netizens, from what I can see, they almost kind of feel bad for Haiyang. They admit that his text messages threatening to expose the sex videos are really bad. Like, it's really, really bad. But majority of Chinese netizens think that he only said those things because he was pushed into a corner. They're saying, like, the way that she's speaking to him, and I obviously don't understand Chinese, but I will say the tone I hear is very ear-pinching.
不用去他妈的什么训练了，当着我的面打辞职报告。
我在里面打完之后呢？
就在我家待着，什么时候确认批准你退役，什么时候不用规律训练，你再走，必须要做到。
The way she's yelling at him, the way she's trying to force him to retire, it feels like she's very controlling, if not borderline manipulative, and she's created this very toxic environment, is what Chinese netizens feel, where it feels like she's just trying to control every aspect of his life. She's since come out, Susie has since come out to state that the audio clip has been taken way out of context. She states that Haiyang was avoiding her, not responding to her. They're going through all these relationship problems. He's out going to events and concerts. She says that he told her that this is a way for her to gain trust in him again. He's willing to give up anything, retire from swimming. So she was like, okay, then do it. She says, I made him do something he would never do, so that he understood that reconciliation is not possible. I think a key reason that Chinese netizens are upset with Susie is later another inside source comes out with information that Susie and Haiyang broke up a long time ago. And Haiyang already returned the Richard Mille watches. He already repaid the $139,000 that she requested. This person also leaked bank transactions to prove that he allegedly returned it. So a lot of Chinese netizens believe that Haiyang probably did mess up. However, they actually believe that Susie is extremely toxic. They're like writing online, either leave or don't be toxic. Yes, maybe he did cheat, maybe he did some bad things, then leave. Like, you don't have to stay in the relationship, feel miserable, feel betrayed, and start getting very controlling, suffocating, and potentially mentally abusive. Allegedly, another insider source states that just as how Haiyang claimed he was going to threaten her with the intimate videos every time they broke up, she would threaten him to expose him online and ruin his career, which obviously I don't think that they're really comparable threats. But Chinese netizens are saying, sure, he threatened something that is not good. It's very bad, but she also threatened him all the time. But the truth is she actually went through it and he didn't. I don't know. Many netizens also questioned the timing of the expose. So they initially thought that they broke up around the Olympics, but it's actually rumored that they've been on really bad on and off terms since 2022. Like they were basically on and off at least until 2023. We're not exactly sure exactly when the final breakup was, but they think the timing is planned because she exposed him right after the 2024 Olympics. Now, side note, there are new text messages that were released after their breakup. She still keeps contacting him. She asks him to quote, "Tomorrow's my live stream debut. Can you come and give me the carnival gift?" It's like when people are live streaming, you donate gifts. This is the most expensive one. It's $4,000. He doesn't respond, to which she texts him back, "Are you sure you can't make it? Then I'll just say that we broke up on Weibo," which is obviously kind of a threat. Now, side note, a lot of netizens are saying that even this request is bizarre. They're saying there's so much context to this. It's not even just the way she's threatening to expose him on Weibo when he says he can't make it, but it's also the fact that this was a national holiday. If a Chinese Olympian who is representing the nation in the Olympic Games is seen spending money on female live streamers, even though it could be his on and off girlfriend, perhaps not, we don't know, it could be seen as very problematic. Like this could put the whole swim team under controversy. Not even just him, because that's the way it works in China. Some netizens say that alone shows her controlling nature because clearly, she's been going around saying, "I care so much about his career. All I did was for his career. I only care about his career. I never wanted anything." But now Chinese netizens are saying, "Well, no, it doesn't seem like you care about his career at all." To which he texts her back, "I can't respond." Susie responds, "Who says you can't come? You're saying this yourself. Fuck, I'll just go on live and expose you tonight. I want to deal with this gift situation tonight. You have to come and send me gifts. You cannot say no. Avoiding and not replying is not going to help. It'll only make me feel more frustrated. How about this? On the 8th, you come into the live stream and you don't need to give a single penny." Which, side note, had Chinese netizens being like, "Girl, wait, we thought you were a successful entrepreneur. What's going on?" Then they dig up an old video of her ranting online about how, quote, "I want to sell products on live stream. I just want to sell things that I usually use, but they don't respond. Like these brands don't respond to me. The brand I want to sell won't even bother looking at me." So now there are 3 groups of netizens. One group, I would say the majority of Chinese netizens, that think that Susie is super controlling and both of them were toxic to each other, but she's the one that brought it online for likely not the best reasons. They're also stating that Susie has been saying very, very negative things nonstop about Haiyang, whereas Haiyang has kind of responded only to clear his name, but never said anything negative about Susie. Another group of netizens think, you know what, I think both of them were problematic and they're both bad and I don't want to support either of them. And until we see proof that Haiyang did not force her to have a termination of a pregnancy and that it was not a mutual decision or that it was a mutual decision, they're upset at both of them. They don't even want to support either of them. And then a third group, another group that thinks it doesn't matter. Like Haiyang probably cheated first and Susie likely is only behaving this way because he cheated. Like she's being controlling and being so stressed out and saying all these things because that trust was broken. So the netizens, they're duking it out in the comments. They're fighting it out. One netizen comments, "At first I supported the girlfriend because he's a cheater. But now I hear the audio. I feel like she's so controlling that nobody would last and survive in a relationship like that." But then another netizen comments to that comment and says, "It just took me 0.001 seconds to guess your gender." Another comment reads, "Transfer all the money to my account and note it as a self-willing gift is terrifying." Another comment reads, "Haiyang is so unlucky for meeting someone like this. Thank God they broke up. This level of control is really crazy." Another comment just reads, "Wait, is her story really fake?" And then it starts another argument to which someone responds, "Just look at her story. There's so many plot holes." To which another netizen responds, "To be honest, I don't know." And it's just so messy. And I feel like because there's so much happening in forums and being released with random Weibos scattered throughout, like random posts. I've been trying to translate as much as I can, but I feel like for this one there must be context that I'm missing. So if you guys are like a Chinese speaker or you guys are lurking on Weibo and all these Chinese social media platforms, please leave it in the comments any additional information. But I want to say the moral of the story is Richard Milles are overrated watches. That is all.